Alright bro, let's get real for a sec. Why does it feel like being the nice guy just doesn't cut it? Like you're out here being kind, doing everything, right? And somehow still ending up frustrated, ghosted, or in the dreaded friend zone. What gives?
Spoiler alert.
Being too nice might actually be your biggest problem. Now, don't get me wrong, kindness is dope. But confusing being kind with being a total pushover? Not so much. See, a lot of guys end up pretending to be perfect, thinking that's the key to winning people over. But here's the kicker. It's not. People can smell inauthenticity from a mile away. And honestly, you deserve better than being ignored or stuck in one-sided situations.
Really?
Sound good? Let's dive in. What's a nice guy anyway? So let's break it down. Being a nice guy doesn't mean just being nice. It's when you go overboard trying to please everyone. Always saying yes, putting yourself last, and hoping your good deeds will magically make people love you. Sound familiar? Why does this happen? Low self-esteem, my guy. Fear of rejection. You start thinking that if you're not bending over backwards, you're not worth anything. But guess what? When you ignore your own needs, you're not just losing touch with yourself. You're broadcasting, I don't value me, so why should you? Here's another thing. Being a nice guy often comes with unspoken expectations. Like, if I'm nice enough, people will owe me their love or attention. But relationships don't work like that. The truth is, kindness isn't transactional. And when you treat it that way, it stops being genuine. People can feel the pressure of those hidden motives. And trust me, it pushes them away faster than you can say, nice guy. Think about it. A guy who knows what he wants, speaks his mind, and doesn't live in fear of rejection. That's someone people are drawn to. And no, this isn't about being a jerk. It's about balance. When you stop people-pleasing and start valuing yourself, confidence takes over. And trust me, that's way more attractive. Confidence or the lack of it. Here's the thing. Confidence isn't about being loud or showing off. It's about knowing your worth and not letting anyone tell you otherwise. The problem with nice guys is they often look for validation everywhere except within themselves. And when you're always fishing for approval, you end up looking needy, which is the ultimate attraction killer. Think about it like this. Confidence is like your Wi-Fi signal. If it's strong, people want to connect with you. But if it's weak, well, good luck getting anyone to stay. Constantly bending over backwards for others might seem like a way to win them over, but all it does is drain your signal and leave you disconnected from your own needs. Here's another nugget for you. Confident people don't fear rejection because they know it's part of life. They're secure enough to say, hey, I like you, but if you don't feel the same, that's cool. I'm still good. This mindset doesn't just make you more attractive. It also frees you from that exhausting cycle of trying to please everyone. So, next time you're tempted to ask, what would make them happy? Pause and ask yourself, what makes me happy? That's the secret sauce. The moment you start prioritizing your own values, you'll see that real confidence comes naturally. And that's when people start noticing you for you. Breaking the cycle of negative patterns. Let's face it, nice guys tend to attract the wrong crowd. Why? Because people-pleasing is like putting up a neon sign that says, I don't set boundaries. Take all you want. And trust me, there are plenty of people who'll take advantage of that. The result? One-sided relationships that leave you drained, frustrated, and wondering what went wrong. Here's where it gets tricky. If you keep letting people walk all over you, you're not just attracting the wrong people, you're teaching them it's okay to do so. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, you're reinforcing a pattern that's harder to break. But here's the good news. It's never too late to change. Picture this. Instead of bending over backwards for someone who doesn't appreciate you, you set a boundary. First, it feels awkward, maybe even scary. But soon, you'll notice something amazing. The wrong people will fall away, and the right ones will start respecting you more. Why? Because boundaries aren't walls. They're filters. They let in the people who truly care about you, not just what you can do for them. So here's your mission. Start small. Next time someone asks for something you really don't want to do, politely decline. It'll feel weird at first, but trust me, it's a game changer. Over time, you'll find yourself in relationships that aren't just balanced. They're actually fulfilling. Authenticity beats submission every time. Let's get real. Nobody likes fake.
Really?
And being a
Really?
nice guy often comes with a side of pretending. You smile when you're upset, agree when you actually disagree, and go along with plans you hate just to keep the peace. Sound familiar? Here's the problem. This isn't kindness. It's self-betrayal. Authenticity, on the other hand, is a game changer. It's not about being perfect or always getting your way. It's about showing up as you. Think about it. Would you rather spend time with someone who's genuine, even if they don't always agree with you, or someone who's constantly pretending to like everything you do? Yeah, people feel the same about you. Here's where it gets interesting. Authenticity makes you memorable. When you express your real opinions, even on small things, like admitting you don't like pineapple on pizza. Seriously, why does that even exist? You're showing people the real you. That's way more appealing than trying to blend in or be perfect.
I'm too perfect.
The secret sauce? Balance. Being authentic doesn't mean steamrolling other people's feelings or refusing to compromise. It's about being honest while staying respectful. When you start showing your true self, the right people will connect with you on a deeper level, and the wrong ones will naturally drift away. And isn't that the goal? The magic mix, passion and vulnerability. Here's a little secret. People aren't drawn to perfection. They're drawn to passion. Whether it's fixing cars, painting, or building a collection of the weirdest sneakers ever, having something you care about shows you're alive. Add a touch of vulnerability to the mix, and bam, you've got the ultimate combo. Why does this work? Passion is magnetic. It shows you're not just coasting through life. You've got drive, goals, and interests. Vulnerability, on the other hand, keeps things real. It's what makes you approachable and human. When you're open about your fears or failures, you create a space where others feel safe to open up to. That's where the real connections happen. Think about it. Ever met someone who's super into something but isn't afraid to laugh at themselves when they mess up? It's refreshing, right? They're confident in what they love but don't take themselves too seriously. That's the vibe you want to channel. So, here's a challenge. Spend time doing something you're passionate about, and don't be afraid to share your struggles with it. Whether it's telling a funny fail story or asking for advice, letting people see both your fire and your flaws makes you not just interesting, but unforgettable. Alright, now you know why the nice guy routine isn't cutting it. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? Keep bending over backwards for approval, or start building self-confidence and showing up as you? Start small. Maybe it's saying no to something that doesn't feel right. Maybe it's being honest about what you want in a relationship. Whatever it is, remember, it all starts with valuing yourself first. If this chat hit home, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. And there's so much more to uncover about living your best life and building deeper connections. Let's keep it moving together.